All right, hello and welcome everybody back to another stream. I'm your SimCFI and I hope everyone's doing fine, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be in the Fenix A320 and taking this airplane from Milan to Palermo, and if I got that right, and then we'll be taking it back if we have enough time. So that's where we're going to be. Actually, yeah, we're doing Palermo, Milan, and then we're going back Milan, Palermo. We're running the Jetstream scenery, I believe, for both of these airports, and Jetstream is a company you can find them out on Contrail. So I'm using the Contrail, I got them from Contrail. If you guys like to pick them up yourself, you guys can download and buy them with the Contrail code down in the description. You guys can save some money, and that'll all be in the description. Speaking of description discount codes, we have a new partner of the channel, Pimax. You can save 3% if you use code CFI. 3% after buying a VR will save you about $50, $60, somewhere around there. So it sounds like a little bit, but you actually save, you know, a good steak dinner for yourself for later on. So if you want to check out Pimax or ProDesk Sim, which we will be using today, Air Korea, a ton of discount codes down below as you guys can use. And any of the links down there will help the channel out as well. So I really appreciate anybody you guys who use those links. We'll be going through the hardware we'll be using today. We're using a lot of hardware, basically like a full Airbus cockpit at this point. I'll put the cameras on so you guys can see here. I don't know why this camera is being, oh, which is the bad angle there. There we go, for the vertical stream. But you'll probably see better on the horizontal stream than the vertical stream right now, as I got to do some adjustments. But on the horizontal stream, on the right-hand side, you have our Winwing. It's on here. Winwing FCU and the EFIS panels. You have the PU Air Korea PLTA, which will be you can save some money with a discount code down below on that as well. And then on your bottom left of the horizontal stream and the top right of your vertical stream, you'll have our Winwing MCDU. And lastly, if I move this camera, you'll see our engine start levers 1 and 2, or switches, and the Pro Desk Sim Airbus throttle set. With full functioning flaps and the lift and all that kind of stuff, and each detent. And if you guys want to check out this ProDesk Sim add-on for your Honeycomb Bravo, you can save 10% with code YourSimCFI as well. All in the description down there. So we'll be using all this hardware, including the as my side stick will be the Virpil. I'll be using a Virpil Mongoose, which I've had for a long time. And I'm also using my Winwing Orion rudder pedals. This is a very heavily Winwing setup at this point with Airbus, and I love their stuff. They're a great partner to be with as a channel partner. I purchased their rudders and their FCU, and everything is just great quality from them. So really appreciate all you guys who are stopping in today. We're running 2 streams today. We're running a vertical and a horizontal stream. So I appreciate everybody who's watching those. Please leave a like and subscribe as well. Today we're going to try to hit 9,000 subscribers. As you guys can see, we're quite a way. We need about 60 more, 63 to go. But we'll set that as the goal. And I think we'll be hitting 10,000 by the end of the month. And very, very lastly, I want to show you guys something pretty exciting. If you don't know, we have our brand new merch line for your SimCFI shop. So the links will be, I should probably put them in the description, but they're going to be on my Discord under channel merch. If you want to go join the Discord and pick up some your SimCFI merch, I have 2 stores. I'm working on just getting 1 store because I made the first store, but I noticed all the prices were like kind of crazy expensive, or I can do them a bit cheaper. So this store offers like a tote bag and a desk mount, which I'm actually going to be picking this not desk mount, a mouse pad. You know, flare stop hotel. It's basically the motto I live by. So I've designed all these, and then my other store, which is on Fort Worth, which you could check out. I'll post these in the description as well. I actually purchased my own water bottle because I thought it was kind of cool, and I make iPhone cases and all sorts of stuff. So that is brand new to the channel, and I'll post these links in the chat for you guys if you'd like to pick up some own stuff. It does help the channel very little bit. I basically make anywhere from $2 to $4 from each thing. Most of the price is the product and the shipping. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. Maybe I can try to make it in-house stuff, but probably not. But we're gonna go to the chat and we'll say hello to all you guys in the chat. We got Evan, welcome. Just gonna shower then push. Roger. What gate? I'm at gate 215 is the gate that I'm at. 215. Darian, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And I think we're going to have Flight Sim Gaming flying alongside us today as well. So we're going to be doing that. Let's jump inside Airbus 320. This is the Fenix A320, if you guys don't know. And we're in a bit of a turnaround kind of a state. The ground power is online. And that's basically it. So we're going to go ahead to our little iPad here. And we're going to press the Fenix app. Import this from SimBrief. You know, just dismiss all that stuff. We have the ground power running with some doors open. I can get GSX to start doing their thing. Although, honestly, I don't know if I really want to use GSX, but we'll try it. We'll do it. And then we're going to load the aircraft using GSX. Let's do boarding only. Load full fuel instantly. Whoa. Yes, there we go. And GSX, as you guys can see, is doing its thing. Ground Services X, if you guys don't know, it's an add-on that gives you more of the ground realism, so it has better pushback functionality. They'll virtually load your cargo into your plane and do all that kind of stuff for you. So that's what GSX does. It's kind of more of a pain than it's worth, to be honest. I would actually just get a pushback tool and call it a day, but because I have it and it looks good on a stream, we'll use it. And then we'll go back here. We're going to press our... actually, we still do... No, that's all good. We don't really need anything else from that. We're going to go down up to our overhead panel, which I guess I don't have a view for, but I thought I had a view for. That's okay. We'll do this. Nope, don't do that. Looking at the overhead panel, it's basically set as we like it. For the most part, everything's looking good. IRS is already set to nav. This is not a first flight of day, so I'm not going to do any of the AP fire tests and all that kind of stuff. This airplane's already flown today, we're going to say. And it just flew in. So we're just going to bring it up and bring it over to Milan and hopefully bring it back as well. External lights wise, with the nav 1 on, that's I don't really know what they would use real world, nav 1 or 2, but we're going to use 1. Call it a day. And then on the other side of the overhead panel, it's pretty much standard, good to go. Our no smoking sign can be set to on. Emergency lights are already set to arm, and our seatbelts are set to off just because we're simulating we're refueling, and while refueling you won't have the seatbelts on. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the cameras, and you guys can see me punch this information in. Just move this camera up a little bit. Go. I'm noticing that on the vertical stream it's not giving you the best visual of that. There we go. Like it should be. There we go. That's a little better for you. Alright, so that's the we're gonna press the ATSI menu. There's too many camera stands in my way. AOC, init, and we're going to press init data. Oh, I just realized it's doing this all on the right hand side FMS. Let's change that. Oh, whatever. I'll keep it on the right side FMS for now. Bring over there for the time being. Just I want to close the Winwing software. That's all been loaded in. Let's go ahead and get our weather. Right. That's weird. And we're starting this flight today at... I've got the ICAO code for this airport. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why this is looking all weird like that. That's not correct, but anyways. We'll press that again. And we're starting from LICJ. I'm going to back this camera up a little bit because I can't really type, so hopefully you can still see it like that. Now I'll press weather, request, and we're just going to get a METAR. I don't know why that's glitching out. We're going to press that to no. press send. What I think happened was the Fenix update. I didn't have an update to my SimApp Pro, so it probably doesn't like that. There's our weather there, though. Sure, that's our load sheet, preliminary load sheet. We'll accept that, whatever. Return. Okay, yeah, it's all sorts of bugging out right now. Huh. Let me close SimApp Pro and reopen it. SimApp Pro usually never actually has a problem with this kind of stuff. If you guys don't know, SimApp Pro is the Winwing software. Ron, hey, welcome. You're high but not staying. No worries, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. Joey, hey there. Thought you didn't like the Airbus. I don't mind it. If they pay me to fly it, I'll definitely accept it. But it's nice once in a while here and there. I have so much hardware from Winwing and all these kind of other people that it's kind of a shame not to use it. And the simulation of it is pretty decent. So yeah, there's no firmware update that I can see. Huh. That's strange. That works, but now the screen doesn't work. Let's close and try again. Captain Jack, hey, welcome, buddy. Hey, checking in. Gonna have dinner. Stop back and later. Sweet. Sounds good. Charlie Sage, Sage just flew from Frankfurt. Who's Sage? Well, that's kind of cool. Congrats on AK. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. It's been quite the journey. I've had this channel for a lot of years, and already in the last year, it's been kind of popping off a lot more. Just want my MCDU to come back, if it will. Don't really want to reload the airplane, but I might have to here. Oh, I saw it blink. Let's try that. TBM, hey, welcome. Listen to United 320 oral prep while at work. Gave me some better insight on the 320 and its intricacies. Yeah, that's nice. That's always a good way to keep learning things. There's stuff I still learn on the job that I'm like, wow, I didn't know this. Like the other day, I just did it's not as easy as Airbus, but a stored waypoint, a personal waypoint in the RJFMS. It does work in real world. So there's always things you can know. Almost at 9K. Yeah, we're really close. That's our tonight's goal, so we'll see if we can hit it today. Let's see if this works now. MC menu, @Sue, AOC, and receive messages, weather data. See if it breaks again. Well, it's cab okay. There you go. Variable at 2 knots, so that's good. We'll press init. We'll request all that data. Fifi is a complex but fun flying computer. The Fenix? Yeah, the 320s? Yeah. Just a big computer. Just a big computer. Looks like I got rid of my Simbri flight plans. Let me bring that back up. You guys in the vertical stream as well. We got 24 of you guys. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe as well. And I really appreciate we picked up 3 more subscribers. I really appreciate all you guys. You'll see the subscriber count at the top right corner of your screen, followed by the channel partners as well that are up there as well. Alright, well, acoustics today is going to be 5. And we're cruising 340. That's inputted. Our flight number is 1768. Awesome. We'll go to the next page. And I'm just for time's sake, I'm just going to tell them to do it immediately. We're going to press reset all. Just I don't want to wait. And I think Lonnie wants to just go too, if I would imagine so. So I'm going to let this all reset. Go. Don't know why I can't press load aircraft. Oh, that's why. Re-import it. Do all that. Mass balance. Load aircraft. Let's just do it instantly. Just see the airplane just shake. We'll send it to the MCDU as well, so all the numbers get filled out down there. As you can see, they all got filled up. And we'll go ahead and press our flight plan button, followed by the airport, followed by departure. And today we're going to be taking the Guyano 5 Quebec. Guyana 5 Quebec is what they call for. Let's see, runway wise. Let's see. Runway, it's variable, so I might as well just take runway 25. It's the closest taxi. So that's what I'm going to do. Runway 25 on the Guyana 5 Quebec. 25, Guyana 5 Quebec, number 1. We'll insert that. Destination, arrival. Now I talked to my Airbus buddy who flies this thing, and he was also on the RJ, and he said unlike the RJ where we don't put an approach in, for some reason they do. That still doesn't make sense to me logically. I kind of agree more with what we do in the RJ, but anyways, we can plug in an expected approach. The weather down there is also variable at 1 knot, so to make this simple, we're approaching from the south. I'm just going to pick ILS 35 Zulu because that should be basically a straight in. And our arrival into that will be the Onyx, or the Omnox 2 Hotel. That one right there with the CAC 3R transition. We'll insert that.
Traffic Hotel 01786 and then 08 pushing back onto Romeo, resting runway 25. Sure,
we'll press perf and we're on the takeoff page. We'll go to this little calculator here. We'll go to the departure section. And it's 25, it's dry. We'll sync the load sheet, we'll sync the weather, we'll calculate that. We can either type all this information in with our FMS manually, or you can just press send to MCDU and it'll all get filled out, which is, I don't believe, a real world function. I'm not too sure, but everything's been filled out. So we have flap 1 departure. There's a slight, or it's a 0.5 in nose down trim, 60 flex, and 56, 56, 56. That's kind of where the V2 is the exact same. That doesn't sit well with me, so I'm gonna make it 58. Whatever, we can do the same. Because why would it be? I mean, if it works, it works. That doesn't make sense really to me. Oh, it's not 58. There we go. No, I changed it. Yeah, it wanted 56. Yeah, I'm gonna change it to 58. Anyways, that's all been set, so that's good to go. Leave that on the flight plan page, and I believe I had a buddy come, or my buddy who flies this thing came over, said they do some secondary flight plan copy stuff. Copy active. Secondary flight plan. And then do activate secondary, it does some stuff. I'm just going to copy the active and we'll leave it at that for the time being. That's kind of what we do in the RJ. Let's go to the overhead panel. And I forgot I don't have a view for that, so we'll just do it like this. So we're going to start up the APU. So we're going to press the master switch. And you can see the APU synoptic kind of pops up immediately, which is kind of cool. Nice little feature. We'll press the start button. And we'll go outside for the sounds. Got some more ITA boys on the left. I think that's Lonnie on the left-hand side there. Go back to your comments here. The vertical stream, you guys are popping off with the likes and subscriptions. I appreciate that. You guys got to start commenting a bit more. We can read both chats. Yeah, you can uplink your takeoff. Oh, you can? You guys don't freaking work over there, eh? You guys don't even work. Say the plane just flew in from Frankfurt. Oh, say the plane? Yeah. We'll say this thing just flew in from Frankfurt. I'm not going to do any tests. Where are you from? I keep forgetting. I'll keep that disclosed, but you can figure it out with my accent probably eventually. Though I'm going to say something, you'll be like, oh, that's where. Are you on VATSIM? We are on VATSIM. Yeah. We are. All right, while that thing's starting up, let's go ahead and plug in our stuff into our FCU here. So, Guyana 5 Quebec off 25. These are very weird instructions, but basically we're going up to 10,000 feet. There's no one here to instruct us to go higher or lower, so we'll just go to the thousands and set 10,000. The speed's managed, the heading is managed. That's pretty much it for that part of it. We're going to click the B button. Actually, let me change these to hectopascals because we're in Europe. And I'm going to click the B button, and that'll be set for me. Obviously, if I didn't want to do it, I can manually select it there. I personally like to have constraints on, being that's probably coming from the RJ world. Velcro isn't Velcroing right now. There we go. Has to stay there. Awesome. And I have set it to VORs as well.
We're
going to go get a pushback now. Let's get our GSXL running. Prepare for pushback. Let's go to the overhead panel once again. We'll bring the APU bleed online. And with the APU on and already transferred, we can turn off the external power. Go and throw our fuel tanks on, throw our seatbelt sign on. We can throw our beacon light on as well. What do you want? Oh, there's still GSX thinks we're still boarding. Let's go ahead and restart you. And let's also go down here. It's set to 2000, and just for VATSIM purposes, we're just going to turn it on manually right now, just so VATSIM gets the mode C in its brain. And we're going to set on our trim. Oh wait, did I set up my... Yeah, that all works.
Romeo, Lima, Tango.
Where's my flight control page? I guess I have to wait till the engines are up to set my trim. So we'll wait on that. I thought it would work. Maybe I'm remembering something incorrectly. Anyways, that's all that for that part. We'll turn that lighting off. We don't really need that in the daytime. That view isn't set up. See, it's looking to the right. Let's fix that up with there. Perfect. We'll set that up like that. Go back to the comments for a second as GSX is restarting here, and we're going to get pushed back. He's from the far land, exactly. The secondary is where you can get the flight plan uplink, that's why. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that in the sim, unfortunately. I think you were saying that when you came here. Darren says the stream only really starts for me on the engine start. LOL. Well, you know what? We're going to be using, let me show you guys here. Now that the FMS is basically all plugged in, we're going to be using these Pro Desk Sim 320 throttles. Let me go ahead and bring the camera up a bit so you guys can see. We're using the Pro Desk Sim 320 throttles, and they come with an engines 1 and 2 start switch. So we'll be using that. I'll bring you guys in close for that once we use them there. And just don't mind my leg shaking. I'm a drummer in another life, so I'm going to be shaking my leg constantly. That's just what I do. So if it distracts you, I can move my camera a bit like that. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and get our pushback. I'll just tell people what we're doing. We're going to be pushing onto Romeo. And we're going to be facing east. Just make sure that my push stock still works. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, I had it set up for my yoke, so let me go ahead and change that on VATSIM right now. I play on with traffic. It's 1768, and we're pushing facing east on Romeo. Alright, so we're going to be doing nose to the right. Probably should have looked up what their call sign is. I just assumed what it was. It's Aida-ro? Alright. That's kind of weird. Oh, nice. That's cool. I love realism. My pet rabbits chewed through the wire for my rudder pedals. I can repair them, but not happy. They're house rabbits, so the free roaming, they see them. Sorry. And they did see the little sods. Yeah. I've always wanted rabbits or like a duck or something weird. Let's go here and make sure that, not calling you weird, by the way, let's make sure all the things are all turned off. I didn't hear GSX, but we're going to go and release park and brake, and hopefully those... Yeah, I didn't hear what they were saying, but we're going to start our push there, as you guys can see. And we're going to start our engines here shortly. We're going to use these starter switches in a second. That was weird. Yeah, something is missing with no ATC. Ideally, VATSIM is... yeah, we're on VATSIM. It's just there's just no one here. This is kind of an interesting push. I just want to be pushed over there, that's all. We'll see how close we get. Anyways, guys, let's go see the moment of truth here. We're going to put our starter to the ignition, that start section. And then, I believe in Airbus they start number 1. I'm not too sure. Reed, you can correct me, but we're just going to bring this. We're going to lift and bring over the gate. And we're starting 1.
Palermo ground, Itaro 540, pushing back onto Romeo facing east. Palermo.
Bring up those sounds for you as best I can. One, then two. Sweet. Is a tug driver sober? That cannot be confirmed nor denied. There's Lonnie pushing back. We're doing a formation push right now. I might just tell GSX to stop here if needed. And no one ever taxis? What do you mean there? But yeah, they are an exotic pet. Exactly, that's what I meant. Now I know why. They were Stevious? Funny. Tug driver's gonna need to be in a cup after the push. Yeah, exactly. You know what? We're gonna tell him just to stop us here. I don't know if that's facing east or whatever that facing right at this point, but that'll be good enough. We'll go back in the front here. We're gonna start number 2 by simply going ahead and lifting, bring it over to the gate,
line up runway 25,
set in the parking brake, and I'll bring this camera up a little bit for you. Guys, I'm in the process of getting more cameras, and so because I need one for this, one for the MCDU, one for the autopilot, one for the side stick. I just need a million cameras, so we're gonna get that all working for you eventually. As you guys use the discount codes and stuff in the description, all that money that I get from there is used for improving the streams. The sounds aren't too loud. Yeah, my pushback didn't work either. Don't worry, Lonnie. This is where it put me. So I'm just gonna go to the sounds very quickly. They're all at 100%. So I don't know why. You guys let me know if it's loud or not for you. Go back to the front here, and we'll go to the overhead panel. Everything is started engine-wise. Everything transfers automatically, just like the RJ does. So we'll turn the APU bleed off, as the packs just came back default lights. Master switch can get turned off. There's no one here, so I'll put my taxi light to taxi. And that's it for that part, it looks like to me. We're gonna go down here and set our flaps to the 1 position. And we'll go ahead and arm our spoiler. Auto brakes to max. I'm gonna quickly do a flight control check here just to make sure everything's kind of working. It's full left. Shouldn't it bring up the page when I do that? I thought if I did the flight controls, the page, the flight control page should automatically come up. Maybe not. Full left. Neutral, full right. Neutral, full down. Neutral, full up. And back to neutral. We're all looking good there. We're looking pretty sweet. And yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to go. If you guys are ready to go, you guys can get yourself a cup of water, coffee, whatever you guys like to drink. These throttles feel really cool. This is if you go watch my review, the Prodesk Sim CRJ throttles were a little overpriced and cheap feeling. These feel really, really good, in my opinion. So we'll be taxiing via Hotel and Tango.
Runway 25, Piano 5.
Palermo, Itero, 1768, taxiing Juliet, Hotel and Tango, short of 25. And we're clear on the right.
Traffic, Utaro 540, line company traffic.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, I thought it should. Maybe arming the speed brakes breaks that or something. I'm not sure. I mean, you're facing the more east than the west, but it wasn't optimal. Yeah. Let me get on this line here. Keep reading your comments. You're gonna go for a bit? No worries, Charlotte. No worries. The captain has now turned on the fast seatbelt sign. Yeah, yeah. It's been on for a bit there. Go ahead and press the takeoff config button. And we just got the predictive wind shear. Reed, when do you guys turn that thing on? Is that, you just turn it on to the gate? What do you normally do? Okay, I accidentally turned the weather radar off, so we'll turn that off. I'm still in the process of binding this. Right now, the spoiler arms, but I can't get it to disarm. So we'll have to do some digging on how to get that to work. But these throttles, they're a little small. Much smaller than the RJ and the 3.7 and even the 27 throttles that I have. They're a little, you know, they're a little small, but they are, they're pretty neat. And they're having a massive sale, guys, on ProDesk Sim, I believe still. It might be over, but go check out ProDesk Sim. And if you use code YourSimCFI, you will save additional money on the sale. I think you can pick these up for around $80 and $90. And then the engine start levers are a bit more. Alright, here we are at Alpha, I think. Or was that Bravo? I couldn't see. Alpha. Palermo traffic, Aero 1768, landing at runway 5 via Alpha. Alright, there's no one here to clear us to take off, so we're just going to go and turn our landing lights all to on, our nose light to on, our turn-off light to on, our strobe to auto. There we're going. Got a company message. I don't really care about that at this point. Just because we're moving low, yeah. Long as you can manually disarm it will work. Yeah, we can manually disarm, no problem. That'd be no problem at all. Alright guys, so we're on the center line here. We're going to go ahead and throw it to 50% thrust. And if you guys have your flex emojis, I want the flex emojis in chat. All the members will have a flex emoji. That's man, flex SRS runway blue. 80 is checked. Very, very, very little wind. I have a takeoff inhibit in purple, I don't know why. There's V1 or rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Put this camera back a little bit more. And guys, we're using Rex Atmos as well. That's all on my settings videos that I have. Got the lever climb, so we're going to go ahead and bring our thrust levers down 1 detent. Hear that nice beautiful click. And the auto thrust has it, accelerating us to 250. We'll have fly for a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and throw the autopilot on. There's absolutely nobody here, so I'm just going to clear us up all the way to 34,000 feet. Because there's no ATC, so might as well. Oh, I see TBM. Sweet, sweet. Sounds good. Go ahead and follow this flight director here. Now, is it a thing? I think once I pass this orange, when I pass this orange line, my flaps are going to retract by themselves. Is that a thing? I've seen it on a channel somewhere. Oh, maybe not. All right. I thought something like that. Maybe the Neo. But we'll go ahead and throw those up. I saw it on V1's channel once where he passed that orange line. And I think either the slats or the flaps auto-retracted, which was kind of cool. I don't know what variant of Fenix or Neo or whatever he was on, but let's go ahead and disarm that speed brake, or spoiler I should call it. And we will also throw our nose light off, our turn-off lights off. Was that Toronto? I heard Toronto traffic. Alright, we'll throw in this left-hand turn. We can release the flight attendants. And we'll be on our merry way. And I'll throw in the manual flight, or autopilot flight here shortly. Let's go ahead and increase our view a little bit. I will be honest, the Airbus in a home sim for sure, if you have all the hardware, is pretty cool. If you have all the stuff, the Winwings, the Pia Korea, the ProDev Sim, or you know, whatever you choose for throttle, we'll go autopilot 1. There's a transition altitude here in Europe. We're going to press the B button, and we're set to standard. And we're on our merry way. What does it want? TCAS standby? Yeah, that's my fault. I'll throw that on TARA. Should have did it the runway. Forgot it's not automatic for you. RJ's automatic. Yeah, the TCAS and transponder are different. I'm already mode C, Lonnie. The transponder is separate from TCAS. Transponder transponds, and TCAS tells you not to kill yourself with other airplanes. It's the easy way of saying that. When the speed are close to the overspeed limit, the flaps auto-retract. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's a real-world feature or not. It probably is. Airbus holds your hand with everything, so... Anyways, I think it's been pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and release everybody here. Seatbelts off. We'll throw these up a little bit. Damn expensive, all the kit, but worth it. Yeah, exactly. Well, being a content creator, we do get things sent to us, so... like this Airbus throttle I have because I bought ProDev Sim's 737 throttle, and he actually sent this for me to review for free, and he sent a 727 throttle for me to review for free. The Winwing MCDU was sent to me by Winwing, and the EFISs were sent by Winwing as well, and then P Korea sent me that. So if you can make content, and good content that people enjoy, and you can get affiliated with great partners, then you too can have yourself a pretty legit setup for a fraction of the cost. Just gonna get rid of all the company message warnings there. Yo, those new throttles look amazing. Yeah, dude, they're really sweet. They are much better built than the CRJ ones I have. Joey, hey, on the vertical stream, are you using 2024 exclusively now? Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm only on 2024. I have uninstalled 2020 completely, so that's all gone. Not using it anymore. Alright guys, we're going to turn the cameras all off, and we'll just go nicely flying here. But after takeoff wise, I don't have a checklist to work with, but we got gears up, flaps up, everything lights out, spoilers are disarmed, and we're just passing through 10. We already did, so we'll go ahead and retract our landing lights. Seatbelts are off. We're pretty much good to go. I don't think I really forgot anything. It's kind of hard to forget some stuff in here other than the TCAS, but it tells you about it. We have ITA. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. I've actually never, ever flown in Italy in this sim. My family background is Italian, so this is kind of cool. I'd like to go... I'd like to visit one day. Appreciate you guys all subscribing. We picked up a ton of subscribers since I was looking away there. Really appreciate you guys who subscribe and comment and chat with me. We just reached 8940. Thank you for that. 8940 in the subscribers now. We are 60 away, guys. We are 60 away from our subscriber goal for the week. Well, I guess the week's just starting. but we're trying to hit 9,000 this week and 10,000 the week after that. Appreciate you, Lonnie, as well, flying with me and after your stream. So if you guys don't know who Lonnie is, or Flight Sim Gaming, go check out Flight Sim Gaming's channel. He just did a stream related to this as well. Flew in from LaGuardia, which is always an interesting airport to go out of. I have a channel, no damn idea how to review anything though. I'll have to learn that part, I think. Honestly, just set up like, my reviews aren't anything special. CST Gaming makes great reviews, but like if you go watch my Moza yoke review, which I don't think was too half bad, it's just a lot of editing. But set it up on a desk somewhere and just talk about it. Talk about what you think. Talk about how long has this lasted for you, and from there it gets pretty easy. I'm going to just step away for just a couple seconds, guys, but we will be back in 10 minutes. Alright guys, I am back. Much shorter than I thought. Gotta get some gum. So you might hear me chewing. Let me get to the comments here. I just got caught up. I'm sure it's a skill just like everything else though. Let me go back up here. When is SU4 going to be linked to beta? No idea, Element. Not Elements, right? I meant no idea. I'm the last person that will know that information. I'm sure it's a skill just like everything else. Yeah, you just start making... The first ones are going to be like not that great. But if you're okay with editing and you've edited before, I like to use CapCut and I do pay for it. You get better and better. And watch your favorite creators and don't copy, but you can take inspiration from them in that regard, and you know, have like a cool intro and maybe insert your own little style of memes or whatever in it, and people will probably enjoy it. I was like at 500 gigabytes, almost ridiculous. 2020 ended up taking up so much storage space. Yeah, mine was about 350 to 400 as well. I deleted all of it. Yeah, I'm glad to have the space back as well. Madison, welcome. You ever go to EAA? I don't know what EAA is. Is that an airport? EAA? Or is it EA to the game or whatever it is? Kingbog, welcome. An Airbus? Question mark? It is an Airbus. We're flying this for two reasons. One, I got the brand new ProDesk Sim throttle set. Let me show you here. Let me show you with this camera. There's a cord in front of it. There we go. So this is the ProDesk Sim A320 throttle set. He also sent me the ones that come with the engine start switches there as well. And they do have the functional pull and bring over. I'm not going to do that, obviously, or else my airplane will... actually, I'm in showcase mode, so I probably wouldn't do anything, but I'm not going to do it anyways, just in case. Functional arming disarm spoiler. I have to figure out how to disarm. The arming works, the disarming doesn't work, but I have to use Mobi Flight to get that to work. Then obviously your thrust levers with the climb, flex, and toga detent plus idle, and then the reverse is back there, and you have the auto throttle disconnect switch there. And lastly, if I get the camera all the way around, so there's my foot, and maybe can't see it, but there's a flap lever right here, and it has the pull feature, and you can pull and select flap, and you can configure this each detent with Fenix, so it works quite well. So that's the main reason we're in the bus, and plus I have so much Airbus technology, as you guys can see on your screen down the bottom right. I have the Winwing FCU and EFIS. I have the PU Air Korea light PLT-A is what they call it, the light panel there, right here. This is PU Air Korea's light panel for the Airbus, and I also am using the Winwing MCDU, which is just over here. So I have so many Airbus-y things that it's kind of a shame if I didn't fly it once in a while. I will be honest, the hardware makes this airplane a lot more fun. And people think I hate the Airbus. I don't hate the Airbus. You know, if they pay me to fly it, I'm going to take it. I just think in the simulator world, it's just not as fun as some other planes. Like I was literally in cruise here, or in the climb, and I'm like, well, I'm pretty much done. Like maybe I can go make some dinner or something. There's nothing for me to do where, you know, whereas the RJ or some more demanding airplanes like the beautiful Citation X by Flight Effects, I actually have to do a little bit more. So I was thinking as we were in this climb, like, man, I kind of wish I was flying the Flight Effects right now. Thanks for the 2 subscribers. You picked up a couple there. Thanks for enjoying the sim conga line. No worries, my friend. Thanks you for coming along. So just wing it, basically. Yeah, I could probably try it. Yeah, man, just wing it. No pun intended. Just literally put your camera up. Make sure it's like, if you don't have a good camera, I use my iPhone because I don't have a good camera. So the iPhone shoots 4K at 120 hertz. Give it a nice view, and talk about your experience with the product. Talk about what you like. Talk about what you don't like as well. And be as honest as possible, because the more honest you are in your reviews, you may make a company here or there angry or whatever. Usually that's not the case. Usually they want you to be honest anyways, but in the long run you want to be known as an honest person in the flight sim community. If you're saying, you know, this is a great product and then most people have problems with it, it's not really going to be the great thing. Like I tell you guys in my ProDesk Sim review that for the CRJ, that it's overpriced. The build quality doesn't meet it, but it's the only CRJ one I can buy. So, like with these Airbus throttles, they're really good, but I already have a little tiny piece of plastic on both engine start lever add-ons. They're already cracking, so it's not a big deal. I can add a little bit of glue and fix it. But the rest of the throttle is solid, and I think the Airbus throttle is better quality than my RJ throttle. It's not the name channel, the 0 vids on this one. Yeah, no worries, my friend. Or the main channel, probably. I was so happy to clear up the 2020 space. It was like 2 terrible. Oh my god, storage with scenery and aircraft. That's insane. As V1 says, 2020 is dead. To me, has been since December. Yeah. I switched to 24 because of CSD Gaming. He said to switch over, and I went to Beta 3, and it was a lot better. Also known as, EA AirVenture Oshkosh. Oh no, I've never been to Oshkosh. It is a bucket list item for sure, but I've never been. I use DaVinci Resolve at the moment, free version. I haven't needed the super advanced features yet. Yeah, you do you. Whatever works for you. Do whatever that works for you. I have the ProDesk Sim set up for a bit now. Love it. I should review it. It really is nice. You should, King Bob. Yeah, which one do you have? I'm about to be putting out a massive review. Maybe I should do it in parts. Yeah, I'm gonna do an Airbus review. I'm gonna do a 727 review, and I'm gonna do a 737 review. If you guys want to see it on channel right now, you let me know, and I'll bring the boxes out. I'll set up a camera so you guys can see in the stream here. I'm gonna make some dinner or something. I wonder if this is what bus bots think. Yeah, well, hey, Reed's in here. Reed just commented. Yeah, it's true. I love my bus, but in the sim world, This is 100% what we think of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's my point. Is I love, like, the Airbus. I'm sure is a very high tech airplane, and it'd be fun to fly it. Even though in real world, I still think an RJ would be a little more fun to fly, like hand flying a visual approach in the RJ. No auto thrust, no auto brakes, none of that kind of stuff is probably more fun. I don't know. I wouldn't know, but I'll hopefully let you know in a few years. But in the sim world, like, the simulation of this airplane is great. I left this on ignition. Oops, real pilot they call me. The simulation of this airplane is great. The modeling is great. The graphics are great. The performance is great, and it's an awesome airplane, and it does what it's supposed to do. But it's just kind of boring. It does everything for you, and that's what an Airbus is supposed to do. And in real world, that's obviously what you want, because it's to relieve workload and all that kind of stuff. So it makes it easy for our operation. But in the sim, I like things that are a bit more hands-on. To me, the sim is a game, and I know I'm going to make some people angry, but to me, the sim's a game, and I'm here to have fun. But some people actually have fun just doing this. So if you have fun just sitting in climb thrust and autopilot, be my guest. You do whatever you like. I personally like to do the 727 and the RJ and the Citation and a lot of more hands-on stuff. So I can't wait. Like, I've been hearing people saying, some other streamers saying they don't want the 747 to release from PMDG if it's the 100 first. And I'm like, I want the 100 first, because the 400's cool. Don't get me wrong, and the 800's cool. I'm definitely Dash 8. I'm going to fly both of them. But the 747-100 is where I'm going to spend 94% of my time in. Especially if you can have, like, the add-on FMS feature, like it's like an add-on later to it, FMS. That'll be an awesome plane with a flight engineer panel. That's where I come from. I'm honest to a fault in real life, so I'm sure it'll be that. Yeah. As long as you're honest, you'll be fine. Dude, I don't know what it is. I just got a huge craving for some pizza right now. I'm not even lying to you guys. Sorry, in the vertical stream, my mistake there. Lost River, do you like the 777ER PMDG? I do. I own the 300ER. What I don't like about PMDG, and I think this is a very known thing from a lot of people, is I don't like the way they exploit flight simmers, and myself included. When they release a 777-300ER, then they release a 777-200ER for, like, the exact same price. Then they release, it's the 777's a 777. I mean, it's you're making it small and the physics a bit small, and changing the flight model a little bit. There could be argument for a bit more, like a $50 add-on fee, but $77 for both 300 and 200, I think personally is a little insane. In my opinion, it would be $77 for the 300ER, 20 or 30 bucks for the freighter, and then 20, 30 bucks or 40 for the 200ER, and then 20, 40 bucks in that area for the 200LR. Now, if they wanted to do 77 for the 300, 20, 30 bucks for the freighter, and then 77 for the 200LR and ER, both of them together, I'll say fine. But 77 for a smaller variant of the 300 or of a triple, that's where my PMDG, I love PMDG, they make great stuff, but again, I'm honest, and I think it's a little, they know people are going to buy them, is what I'm going to say. And I didn't buy the 200ER, I didn't buy the 200LR, and I will not buy the freighter, as I don't do too many 777 things. The 777, I love the airplane, but I'm not the target market. I ain't gonna sit here for 15 hours or time accelerate or wake up in the morning to land an airplane. That's not me. Again, people have their fun, people do what they want. The triple's awesome. I have the 300, and that's kind of where I'm gonna stop. I contemplated buying the 200LR, but I probably won't. I'm probably gonna buy the 747-100, and that will be my my new main airplane for a long time. And if they ever release the FS Labs Concorde that they had in P3D without the AI flight engineer, please, if you guys are listening, without it, hate AI, don't put them in there. you will 99% just see Concorde streams on my channel. You should get a discount if you already own one. How much is the discount, Lost? Like $2? I'm joking. No, actually, how much is the discount for the 300ER to the 200? Or are you saying you should get one? Because yeah, I agree. If you own the 300ER, you should be able to buy the 200ER for a little bit cheaper. I agree if that's what you're saying. King says, I have the Proto SM Airbus 319-21 advanced with the engine switches. The engine switches are a bit suspect, but they work for now. Yeah, exactly. That's my opinion. I think the entire throttle set is awesome from Proto SM for the 320 set. It's just the engine start switches are a little cheapy feeling. But the spoiler and the gates and the flaps and the thrust levers feel amazing. A little small. I wish they were a little bit bigger, the thrust levers, but not too bad. Nah, 400 first, let's go. Nah, 400 sucks, bro. You want the 100. You want to be a real pilot. There's a lot to be said for hand flying, plus the autopilot can be the trim, yeah. Agreed on the 100 probably because I'm just about as old as that aircraft is. Yeah. I like the way you price it out. I appreciate it. I mean, I don't know how much it costs to make these airplanes. I know recently that PMDG has expanded in their team. They have a huge team now, apparently. I also heard from a little bird that they're working on multiple projects at once, which requires a huge team. So I look at it like this: if Fenix can come ahead and say, you know, the A320 is $40, and in my opinion, the Fenix is on par, if not better, in some areas than PMDG. And iFly can do roughly the same. I think iFly might be a bit more expensive. And then have free updates also to 2024. I don't see why PMDG, the most richest like flight sim aircraft developer, can't do something for the fans. It's kind of what I'm saying. It kind of just seems like they know who they are. They know people are going to buy it. And look, it's a business. So, you know, respect to PMDG. If people are going to pay for it, why not charge for it, right? I have chosen to not pay for it, and that's in hopes that other people say this is ridiculous, and also some other people will, you know, they'll start to see a trend of maybe I don't want to pay almost $80 for a single airplane when, you know, Fenix and other developers can give you that quality. Like in my opinion, the iFly and the Fenix are at and above PMDG's level. That's my opinion. Another one that's really good, or sorry, another one that's good but it's coming up still is the MD-11. Good quality, but it still has some work to do, but it was a good airplane. The Leonardo MD-80 is really good. What else? There's a ton of airliners. The FS Labs 320, I know everyone shits on it. I think it's amazing in terms of its system depth and circuit breakers and MEL and all that kind of stuff you can do. So, and it's a Neo. So PMDG used to be the top dog and the only dog. Now there's a bunch of other, you know, others that are competing. And look, if people are going to pay, as I said, PMDG can charge what they want. People are going to pay it. Why change it? But I voted with my wallet, and I got close, but I still voted with my wallet and I said, no, this is a little too expensive, and I personally don't fly those airplanes a lot. If PMDG released a PMDG quality Concorde for 120 US, I'm paying for it, right? That's how it's going to work. If you love that airplane, that's just how it's going to go. So I don't fault anybody for buying the triple every model and the 3.7 every model and all that stuff. Because look, if it was the other way around and I got one of my favorite airplanes and it'd be a high price, I'd pay for it. That's just my opinion. Exactly. PMG's motto is people will pay, so yeah, exactly. You mentioned issues with the CRJ and SU3s 24. I think you helped with the CRJ. Are the devs aware? Yeah, so for the CRJ on 2.0 and 2.1, 2.0 I had a laundry list of fixes, and 2.1 the flight model was basically made around my 98% around my experience in it. I would do about 1 to 2 months of testing on the RJ flight model. That was actually fun to do with Gravel. We got to model that together. I didn't do the coding. I just said I did the testing and said it should do this more, it should do this more, blah blah blah. But for SU3, there's a couple hiccups here and there. The flight model is the biggest one where it's changed because the physics have changed. The devs are aware. I believe their stance is they're going to wait for 2024 to get a little bit more stable still, and then they're going to start working on it, where I'll go back and help and test and stuff. As a consumer, I will always buy, unfortunately, but for returning customers, they got a discount. Yes. They used to do that. I swear they used to do that. I could be wrong. But yeah, so. And I have some buddies that work at PMDG, and I told them this as well, so it's not like I'm just like saying to you guys. I tell them to their face, I mean, this is freaking overpriced. And they may feel it's priced well, they may feel it's not priced well. I don't know their stance on that, and I won't speak for that. But I'll tell them to their face and say, you know, I didn't pay for it. It's too expensive. And it's too expensive for what I want out of it. I want to do a stream or two and not touch it. If you are type rated on the triple and you want to keep current, by all means, you're going to probably spend the money. Just like if there was a PMG level CRJ and I want it and I want it for my sim, I'm paying $100. Like, I know I am. Like, no questions asked. Not only just to keep current with my airplane, for real world stuff that helps me with procedures and that kind of thing, but just that we don't even have a really good regional in this sim. The CRJ is quite decent, but it's not to the level of a Fenix, which I would love, or a PMDG, and I would love a PMDG or a Fenix level CRJ. I think that'd be pretty sweet. On the vertical stream, Lost River says you should. I'm debating installing P3D for the FSX Concorde. Dude, I did do that. It ran actually like crap on my 3070. Now I have a new computer, the 4080 that I built two years ago actually now. But I was very close to doing that. It takes so much effort to try to get P3D to run properly and look good and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. King Bob coming with a massive $20 donation. Appreciate your brutal honesty. Very similar to CST Gaming. Cheers. Hey, me and CST are good buddies. We met about a year and a half ago online, and we also met each other in person at the Expo. And we hung out for a while. We see eye to eye on a lot of things. So if it reminds you of CST, I'm proud to say that's a good quality, or a compliment, I should say. So I appreciate the $20 donation. And thank you for all the channel support. We get a thumbs up, guys, for Mr. King Bog and some hearts in the channel and stuff. Or not in the chat, not in the channel. Honestly, the PMG 37 was 2024 compatible, but I believe they bugged a lot of the stuff to force consumers to pay. I don't know if they're doing that. No, I don't know if they're purposely doing that. If they are, that's kind of shady stuff. I don't think PMG would do that. I could be wrong. I think because I know the RJ devs and some other developers were having problems with SU3 as well, like some major ones. I think it was the nature of the beast. I think that's just how the sim ran. If they are, that's, you know, let's say I won't be crazily surprised, because I'm sure companies do all these weird things all the time. I'm not saying PUBG, but I'm just saying in general to make money. But I'd be a little surprised, because, you know, that's kind of low. But I don't think it natively works. I'm gonna go on the opinion that I don't think it natively works. Every airplane that we've had in the sim, for the most part, has had a 2024 dedicated update to make it run properly. 350, 320, 37 Max, that is, the RJ, you know. So I don't think it purposely is meant not to work. That would be crazy if that was the case, though. Guys, I'm going to turn my camera on here for a second. And we're going to get this little box out. Right here. It's a ProDesk sim right there. If you need an installation guide, I don't know why you want that, but you scan right there. Stand by. There we go. Let's just open this box up. What do you guys think's in this box? You guys have already seen the 3.7 on stream. You've seen the Airbus on stream now. You've seen my RJ1s on stream. What do you think's in the last ProDesk Sim box? Guess is in the chat. Yeah, can we get some W's in chat for King Bob? That's an insane donation, guys. You might want to go to the hospital and check your brain out a little bit. That's a little nuts. Appreciate it, though. MD-11, you're close, and you'll see what I mean by close. But no, that would actually be kind of cool. When they get the MD-11 work from 24, which I heard is coming shortly, that will be a throttle that I will try to get as well. I'll give you a fast flyby here, no pun intended. Fokker F-28. Speaking about that, guys, I flew with a captain who used to fly the Fokker 28, and he said it was one of the greatest, if not the greatest airplane he ever flew. And he actually, just by his words, I showed him the simulator. He's like, "Whoa, I didn't know they had sims like that and stuff." And of the Fokker 28 in the sim, he convinced me to buy it. So we will be getting that shortly, but that's not what I have right now. Fingers crossed on the 24 version. Yeah, I want that one a lot as well. Lost says MD-82, that's on the vertical stream. Not quite. We'll do one more flyby for you. Super quick. I don't want to give too much away here. I'll give you a hint. We got 1, 2, 3. There's your hint. This is the plane I want, Mr. Flight Sim Gaming. I am calling you on stream. I'm calling you out. This is the plane I want this guy to get, Flight Sim Gaming. And he must fly it with me in some remote locations. King Bob, you are the winner. I don't have a prize for you, but this is, yeah, the 727 throttle set. So 3 engines, go-around buttons, reversers. So we'll be doing a 727 stream shortly. And they would obviously go, you know, right here. And they all work. You can see it says 727 on it. So that'll be in review shortly as well. Sent me also a speed brake lever for it and the flaps and all that kind of stuff. And the gated positions. So we'll be doing some 727 ops with the Moza yoke shortly. Also, if you guys want to check out the Moza yoke, I got a review on it that I made. And if you click the Moza link in my description, if you're going to buy one, if you can use my link in the description, that really does help the channel as well. If you're going to already buy one, then I would appreciate if you use the link down there. We got some more subscribers. We're almost halfway to 9,000 subs. Or not halfway. We're almost. We're actually like 3/4 in a bit, but we're almost halfway to another 100, I should say, which will bring us to 9,000. Absolutely incredible how many subs we've gained in the last little bit. Who's that from? That's from ProDesk Sim as well, King. ProDesk Sim has sent me that as well. Again, in the description, guys, ProDesk Sim, code YourSimCFI will save you 5% on anything you order. And I think they might be doing a sale already, unless the sale ended. Let's see. Oh, the sale ended. So ProDesk Sim sale ended, but you can still use the code YourSimCFI to save some money. But what you can do is wait till they go on sale and use my code, and you'll get a pretty big chunk of change off of it. I think the next one will be Halloween. They'll probably do a Halloween sale or an autumn sale. If you guys haven't seen it, these are my ProDesk Sim 737 throttles. Oh wait, I turned the camera off. Helps when you can see. You get the beautiful, it's actually a very nice button for the auto throttle disconnect. Very nice click. You get the togas. Very nice click. The reversers. Which, in every throttle I've ever seen, Blackbird included, they're always buttons assignment. I kind of wish I could make this an axis because I want to be able to go idle reverse and it continuously add more and more and more, but no one ever seems to do that. So those are the 737s, including the flap, which is the same one used on the 27, and also all the gated, creature stuff. Well, guys, not like me. The gated flat positions and all that. Spoiler handle. So you saw this, guys, in the last Max stream we did. We showed you the Proto Sim 737 setup. You're back, Darren? Awesome, awesome, awesome. You're making me spend too much money? Hey, man. I'm not making you do anything. I'm just showing you some cool stuff that I think will increase your simulator experience. Give me a cheers. There's been absolutely nobody on that sim, but I guess that's because it's pretty late. Got another subscriber, picked up another one. Thank you so much. We're almost at 949.50. Can we hit 9? Or sorry, not 9. Can we hit 894? Wow. Try again. Can we hit 949 subscribers? Can we hit it? I mean 850. I'm just gonna stop talking now. Let me get some water. Alright, I am back. Lamo, bruh. Exactly. You guys know what I mean. Streamers tend to make me spend for sim goodies, much to the wife's dismay. Yeah, my girlfriend wasn't too happy when I bought the yoke, but I just said it's for work. And I didn't mean, obviously, flight sim. I just meant for when I go to work, fly the RJ, I can practice at home. Looks like we have a bit of a weird disconnect there. I think that's when the approach starts. That is where the approach starts, so I don't necessarily agree with that being my top of descent. I'm gonna just go ahead and connect these now. Oh, this is, oh no, this is where the star starts. Never mind. We'll go ahead and get rid of that discount. Let's see what that looks like. That looks kind of dumb. I'm gonna go ahead and change the clear Calmo. Clear the discount. That looks much better. I shall take that. Tax write-off, brother. Everything you buy, just write it off. I don't know if it works quite like that, but yeah, I'd have to get into that. Then you got to start filing this numbers, those numbers, save all your bills, blah blah blah. You definitely can, though. Guys, as well, I don't know if you saw, but we also have brand new channel merch. I'll be adding it to the description here in a second. But if you go to the Discord under the channel merch section, you shall find it. We have 2 stores running right now. One that has, actually, they basically have not the same stuff, but they have this type of stuff. I'm currently going to be designing, actually I can do this pretty much while I'm talking to you guys. I'll be designing a Ursim CFI mouse pad, a huge extra large mouse pad. There is one out already in the Sim CFI shop at Teespring, but I'm going to be trying to find a different distributor for a little cheaper, and which is at fourth wall, and I'll try to make it there so it's a little bit cheaper. But go check out the store, guys, if you'd like to pick anything up. I actually ordered the water bottle that I have. It says it has my logo on it, and it also says T-Tail Club. So if you want to become part of the T-Tail Club, it'll say that on there as well. So it's in the description now, but it's also on the Discord. Saw Owls was doing a pretty cool stream today, some GA stuff that looked pretty cool. Can you sign yours? Yeah, I can sign it. No worries. Lonnie, did you like that idea though with the that tote bag I had designed with the MSP 26? We'll get you one of those, and we'll go to Expo together. I'll probably design one every year. That'd be kind of cool. How close is the Realism 24 to your real life work? I mean, there's not really a way I can say it. It's not close, but it's very difficult to get realistic. Not even the sims we train on are realistic in terms of the daily operations of stuff, you know, everything going wrong. But in terms of flight simulator, of like just the flight dynamics, depending on the airplane, depending on your hardware, and your setup and stuff, like if you have a full-blown motion sim and all that, you can probably get to 70%. But if you're just at home with, you know, Logitech 3D Pro or a Thrustmaster TCA Oak and that kind of stuff, maybe, you know, 30 to 40, 30 to 50. It's kind of hard to put a number on it. It's just, it's very complicated kind of describe. But if Reed is still here, Reed has flown my sim and he flies the bus, so, and the RJ before that, so he can give you an insight on what he thinks as well. But it's sad. I'm sorry to say it's like it's a game. When you're at home, you pay $50 and you're just playing a game. There is a lot of stuff that you can take from it and bring to real world. But if you think you can just hop in a 320 in the sim and then land it in the real world, it ain't gonna go well. The sights, the sounds, the pressure of everything, the stick, the throttle, it's all gonna be brain overload for you. And then when you go to a real world operations with 2 crew operations, that's a completely different beast that you won't get in the sim. What do I say? When do I say it? What can I touch below 10? What can't I touch below 10 as a PF pilot flying? So pilot flying duties, pilot monitoring duties, what are those? Flows, you know, all that kind of stuff. So there's so many aspects to real world flying that is not covered in flight sim. But again, you can take good things away from it. Like there's the IFR. If you play flight sim for 4 to 5 years, like we do on the stream, like we do these you know, IFR flights and stuff and SIDS and stars, and you go into an actual aviation flight school, when it gets to that IFR portion, you're not going to be the master of everything, but you're going to have much further depth of knowledge starting that course rather than not. So I say sims are great for procedural training in terms of startups and flows and that kind of stuff, and also amazing for IFR. You can practice holds, you can practice flight planning, you can practice ITC. The VATSIM is amazing for that as well, but when it comes to the flight dynamic part, it's not going to work. you can get close. You know, I'm sure you'll be able to do a pretty good steep turn. Like, there's some things you could probably take from it. Like, oh, I should probably, you know, as I turn, I need a little bit more pressure on the back pressure, which means also a little bit more power. You can take that kind of stuff away from it. But you can't just sit in something and go, yeah, I'm the master. I've been flying this thing for 10 years on flight sim. Ain't gonna work. And I know that because that was me. I flew flight sim for about 8 to 10 years before, first of all, flying a plane in general, and then also flying a CRJ later on. I wasn't the kid that thought you could just, you know, flight sim transfers, but I thought, oh, how hard can it be? But it's a vast difference. It's a vast difference in all that. So if you guys go to my channel, this current channel, I had about 2 before, but to go to this current channel, search videos by oldest, and those old videos were just as, I think, just before I started flight training. So I've been flight simming for longer than I've been flying. So I did the whole flight sim to flight school to the airline stuff. Agreed. It's save you a bundle for the PPL instrument rating. Yeah, it'll save you a bunch on extra flights and failed flights. It's good for that kind of stuff. So it's not that it's completely unrealistic. There's realistic parts and there's unrealistic parts. And it also depends on how you use the sim, right? Like today we're not using any checklists, we're not doing anything by the book, so it all depends on how you do it. For all that little aviation knowledge, like transition altitude, you know, standard above 18,000, at least in southern domestic airspace, and all that kind of stuff. So you can take all that knowledge to you and apply it. And I do think if you have flight simmed religiously, as I'll say, for, like, you know, 3 to 5 years before flying, or probably not during you've already flown, but or maybe during the airlines, but if you've done it before you've even got to the airlines, before you've even started flight training, you will be a lot more ahead of the game in situational awareness, like 10 times farther ahead, sometimes probably in front of your instructor a little bit in situational awareness on an IFR approach or that kind of stuff. So that's where it has its benefits for sure. You're not wasting your time flight simming. I think it's a huge benefit to flight sim. I think it's also the reason why it's I don't find courses easy, but I find the ability to learn them faster is easier because of flight sim. So that's kind of how I use flight sim in my giant spiel. Maybe I'll make a video on it, but that's what I was asking about. I just wondered if it wrong. Thank you for the explanation. Yeah, no worries. I worded it wrong? No worries. Yeah, when I go on massive tangents, so y'all tell me to stop. Alright guys, we've hit 8951 subscribers. That means we're only 49 subscribers away. Call your aunts and uncles, whoever has a YouTube account. Let's get up to 9,000 subscribers. No bots though, no bots. We don't want those. We don't serve your kind here, as that guy in Star Wars said. Enter destination data. Yeah, we can do that. Let's go down here. I'm using my Winwing, but you just can't see it. We'll press ATSU, we'll press AOC, we'll press weather. We're flying to no. Oh yeah, LIML. We'll go off and send that request off to them. You're none of the subscribe. Exactly. I got 060 at 2 knots. Super light wind and cab okay at 17 degrees with a 15 to 17 dew point spread. It's the 2-degree spread, so you could probably picture things later in the day appearing weather-wise. That's pretty good. I think they were still using the 35 last time I checked. That would make the most sense to me. But honestly, it's a crosswind either way, but it's 2 knots, so whatever. Press the flight plan button. We already have the ILS inserted there. Press performance. Next phase, next phase, next phase. My little trick, guys, is on the whatever side you're inputting data in, leave this page up. And then on the opposite side, you bring MCD menu, ATSU, AOC, received, weather, and now you can just kind of copy and paste it over. So the QNH is 1017. That's the same as Milan or Palermo where we started. By the way, Lonnie, if you're flying, I'm probably not going to do the return. I'm going to be on Fortnite duty tonight, but I also want to just chill and kind of play Fortnite as well also. So we're probably just going to do the one flight. Let's go ahead and see ILS runway 35. We're going to pin that approach. The barrel minimum on the Cat 1 is 537. No temperature corrections required, thank goodness. We'll put that in there. And our temperature was 17 degrees. And our magnetic wind was 0.6. Actually, that's not true. That was a METAR. METAR is all given in true headings, not magnetic, but we're just going to enter it because it's just 2 knots, so kind of whatever. Close enough. What don't you like? 0.2. There you go. That's it. The approach 141 and VLS of 136. That's all been entered in. Our lowest point on this star brings us down to 6,000 feet at Dixer. So we can just go ahead and set this to 6,000 now. Might as well. There's no one here to clear us to do anything. And then we're going to press the Manage Descend button once we get a little bit closer. I also see a lot of people press the Activate Approach button. I believe you don't need to do that. As soon as you intercept, I think the final approach course or some sort of thing, it activates the approach for you. So we're not going to touch that. And then again, I don't know if this is true, guys, but the technique that I've been using for the sim that works quite well is once that top of descent arrow, this one here, gets to this 2.5 line, I click the Manage Descent and it works quite well. So that's what we're gonna do. And we will give you guys a brief here very shortly. Hey Jack, good evening and great to see you. Yeah, great to see you as well, Jack. Hopefully you can fly with us next time if you get the ability to. Just was kind of a pop-up stream. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Go check out Captain Jack Flight Sim as well. He is a really nice person, and his flight streams are more like radio shows. He used to be a radio host, so if you go in there, he's playing a lot of the good old music that I like to listen to. Your Led Zeppelins, your Queen, all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of more that format. So pretty cool little stream if you can catch one. Wait. You don't want to press approach mode. It makes the bus a little more hands-on, don't you think, LMAO? So approach, not approach mode, not in the FCU. That we're going to click for the ILS, but the activate approach in here, it will get activated by itself. You don't have to click it. So you'll see once, I think it's once we intercept the final approach course. There's some definition of when it does it, and I don't know what that is. If Reed's here, probably can tell you. But you don't have to click activate approach. It will actually activate itself, and it'll sequence the speed all down for you. Now, also, Lonnie, in real world, like 70% of the ILSs we fly, and every airplane that flies, they'll always get a speed restriction to the FAF, usually, to the final approach fix. Usually it's 170 or 180 or 160, so even if you have it activated, you'll have to manually use the autopilot speed anyways. But, that's a real world thing. I know VATSIM doesn't do that ever, but it's a speed function. After activating, the plane will fly green dot. Yeah, Reed, when does it auto activate? Do you guys press that button, or you just let it activate for itself? Now I'm not going to press it. Right there, activate approach. I'm not going to press it, but I assume you guys. Oh, there it goes. I messed my own thing up. We'll press my little Manage Descent there. It'll catch up. So we're in descend mode now. But I assume you guys don't press this unless you've been, I guess, cleared for like a visual and it's kind of a weird-ass approach, something like that. But in the sim, it'll auto-activate itself, and I don't know what the condition is when it auto-activates, but I'm going to let it auto-activate. You guys are going to see it, it'll change. I believe activate approach enables during the deceleration, but yeah. Techniques, some do some, and some let it auto-switch. There you go. from the real bus pilot themselves. Some you can press it, some pilots don't press it. I'm not going to press it. I'm going to let it do what it wants. I'm going to leave it as automatically Airbus-y as possible. We're going to start getting rid of some of the spoiler here, unless it needs it. Approach phase, that is, I sometimes do before IF. Yeah, I'm not going to press it at all. I always manually set my speed in the Airbus. Yeah, you can do, I guess, that style too if you want. I'm not too sure. I'm going to let it automatically transition to the approach phase by itself. I'll probably do a combination of manually controlling it with the FCU and also throwing it into the mode there. We're going to go to medium auto brake, and we're going to go ahead and set our spoilers for the landing there, and we'll give you a brief. Let me bring up the page. There you go, there's Navigraph charts up open. So we're going to be flying the, what's this thing called? Which one are we doing here? I think it was the Calmo 3. Nope, not that one. We're flying the Kayak 3 Romeo. So we're coming in from Kayak, or Kalik, then going in as brief to Nogmo. We're going to go all the way down to Dixer above 6. That's the intermediate approach fix. Then we're going to be doing the visual backed up by the ILS runway 35. This is the Zulu chart. 21st, the page is 21-1. And the chart I got is from October 4th, 2024. ILS Freak is the 109.55. Airbus set to 40. The final approach course of 353. Because I've never been to this airport, I'll give you guys a full IFR brief. We're going down to the glide path check at DMU 8.4 island at 3,000 feet. Cat 1 MDA is 537 set left and right. Our MSA is based off the ARP, or sorry, the airport. Never mind, not the ARP viewer. And it's 9,500 feet. The missed approach is climbing 3,000, continuing on course runway heading to ML 704 to be reached at or above 1,000. Then right turn max of 210 knots, direct to the 2 co's and hold. In the event of miss, if it happens procedurally, I'm going to go ahead and select our thrust levers to the toga detent. Set the flaps to 1 or 2. I don't know what you guys use. Probably 2, probably 1. I don't know. We'll say 1. We'll go gear up with a positive rate. And then we will go climb thrust, retract the flaps, and the after takeoffs. We'll do that as needed there. 3-degree slope, your standard PAPI's on left and right hand side of the runway. I guess European pilots need 2 of them. And that's about it for that portion. We're going to be exiting 3-5 on the right hand side. Most likely just at Gulf. We're just exit right at the end and go into the gates there. Makes that quite pretty simple. Fuel wise, we're estimating to be there at 8,000 pounds of gas, and we require a minimum of 6,000 pounds of gas. So if we do go miss, we have 2,000 pounds of extra gas. We can try again, and if it doesn't work a second time, we're going to go to the alternate. Sound good, guys? Sound like a plan? I think it sounds like a pretty good plan. I'm happy with that. Again, another subscriber. Appreciate you, my friend. Another company message. What is it now? Another weather data? So you guys see we're on the VNAV profile, following down on the path. And I like to press this constraints button. I don't know if they use it real. I'm sure some do and some don't. Kind of your normal non-SOP thing that people want to do. But constraints right there, it puts the constraints on the waypoint. See, above 10, above 10, above 10. So it puts all that what it needs to be there. Real world, would you go to the alternate if you missed twice and low on fuel? So in real world, you have to go to the alternate legally once you've reached your minimum fuel at in this case, if we're at the airport, then at the airport. So our min fuel at the airport is 5,900. Sorry, yeah, 5,900 pounds of gas. So I round up to 6,000. We're estimating to be there at 8,000 pounds. So min is 6. We're going to be there at 8. Which means we have 2,000 pounds before we reach our min fuel until we have to go to the alternate. So if we're 2,000 pounds above the min, we could basically do a another approach, should be another time. Unless they put us in a hold, we can hold until we reach that that min fuel, and then we're gonna get going. So we'd go to the alternate. Now, something you can do, probably not out here, but let's say you're gonna go land in DC, and you're going to DCA, and your min fuel is like 4,000, right? And your alternate is Philadelphia. What you can do on a nice day is say to dispatch, hey, can we change our alternate to IAD, Dulles, right? Airport's 10 minutes away, and it's much quicker to get there. So what that will do is that will increase the amount of time, the more chances, and it will decrease the min fuel at DCA because now IAD is so close. If that makes sense. So there's some stuff you can do like that. But yeah, once you use the min fuel at that waypoint and or airport, in this case the airport, we're going to go to the alternate. Same thing, if we had to hold, let's say they put us in a hold at a Moxie. A Moxie's planned fuel is 7,800. That's going to be pretty bang on. We're at 8.4 now, so we're probably a little higher than planned. And the min fuel at a Moxie is 6,400. So if we're at a Moxie holding, first of all, how long do you have to hold? And second, or how long can we hold? And second is, once we reach 6,400 pounds at Moxie, it's an immediate going to the alternate, unless we can get a closer alternate. Now, if the alternate starts to cake down on weather, then you got to start finding a new alternate as well. But that's a different story. Yeah, as soon as you reach that min for that area, you got to go. Yeah, we used CST both sides, constraints both sides, below 10, and PM has airports above 10. Interesting. Okay, I guess you guys have it just in case of an engine fail. You guys have something going on. A lot of the guys in the RJ do that. They're like high nav aids. So technically, the pilot monitoring, the right-hand guy in this case, would have airports selected currently. I'll bring his screen down a little bit. Well, hopefully that makes sense there, Lonnie. We're going to get flight recorder started. I have to find a new replay tool because flight recorder lags my game out incredibly. But for right now, it's kind of all I got, and I don't like the built-in... Oh, it says more drag. All right, we'll give it to you. I don't like the built-in replay tool at all. What I've noticed as well, which I could be wrong about this, but I think it's kind of cool if it's true. It wanted more drag. I deployed spoiler. It has spoiler in green. As soon as it doesn't need the drag anymore, the spoiler amount, it will have an orange spoiler, say speed brake or whatever, which I find kind of cool. Right now it's speed brake in green saying the speed brake's out, yes, however, I need that. And then as soon as it doesn't need it anymore, it'll kind of give you a caution to say, hey, speed brake, bro. And that's to tell you, put it away. Or you don't need it. So that's kind of cool too. That's modeled in the sim. So now notice how much it's decelerating. It's probably going to start adding thrust for this deceleration effect, I'm assuming, eventually. And whenever it does decide to add thrust for the amount of spoiler I have, it's probably going to give me an orange caution speed brake message. We shall see if my theory is correct, but I think it's pretty correct. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and lock my office chair wheels so when I use my rudder pedals I don't skid all over the place. And because we're getting kind of close, I'm going to go ahead and press the landing symbology up. We'll go ahead and click those up so we get our glide path indicator and our look indicator there in the PFD. Now it's changed to speed. Alright. Now notice it's turned orange because now it's needing to add thrust. So I'm going to get rid of my spoiler entirely, rearm it, and now the thrust can be reduced. So I think my theory is correct. We're going to put terrain on as it looks a little hilly out here. Don't really need to run the weather radar. Whenever an MSA is 9,500 feet, there's something going on somewhere, right? That's going to be one of our threats is terrain. Unfamiliar airport as well is one in there. But it's meeting all these restrictions quite nicely. I could definitely do a better job in the RJ.
So, 178, 15 miles on the 359.
Let's tell these guys that we're coming in from where, from how, from who. Anyways, we are, let's see, let's go down here. We're 50, we'll call it 50 miles, call it 40 miles to the south of the airport. And basically, if you guys know how to make a radio call, I'm going to say the traffic. So Milan traffic, Milan is where we're going. This is blank your call sign, Idaho 1768, almost forgot our call sign. And then where are you? We are approximately 40 miles to the south of the airport. The way I figured that out, we're flying north. If you put north here, south is this way. We're all the way down here. So we're south of the airport, 14,000, descending to 6,000, and we're flying the Kalak 3 Romeo, planning runway 35. That's kind of the whole thing. Who are you talking to, or what are you addressing? So Milan traffic, who are you, where are you, and what are you doing? So we're gonna make that call. Milan traffic is Idaho 1768, approximately 40 miles to the south, 13 descending flight level 6,000, planning ILS 35. We're descending via the Kalak 3 Romeo, Milan. Now everybody's informed where I am, who I am, what am I doing, get out of my way. That's basically how that's going to go. Right, and I know I said flight level 6,000, that's because around here, let me check this arrival, the transition altitude. Oh, it says it's signed by ATC actually on the star, so who knows what that is, but it'd probably be in the ATIS. But we're going to go with 6,000 as our transalt, that's what the approach says. So 6,000 feet will be the trans altitude. Thrust idle. Now, if it can't keep its speed where it wants with thrust idle, it's going to say more drag shortly. But I think it'll be okay. Pretty close. You can see 10955 has been identified. You know what, guys, just because I've had well, it does say it, but I've had problems in the past where using my throttle to arm spoilers doesn't work, but it says it, so I'm gonna keep it and say it's doing a good job. Add a little bit of spoiler if it needs here, just a little bit, as they say. What's sticker using? Do you have the AB9? No, I don't have the AB9. I want the AB6. That one looks pretty cool. We'll see how that goes, if I'll be able to get a review copy of that. I'm probably not going to buy it, as I paid for the Moza yoke, and I use a yoke more than I use a stick, so I won't justify it to myself too much. However, if they send it to me in review, then I'll obviously show it to you guys. But currently I'm running the Verpal Mongoose base with the Verpal Verpal Mongoose stick with the Verpal Warbird base. We're going to add some spoiler in here to help out this deceleration effect. Look at them nicely, slowly come out. The animation's pretty cool on that. Jack as well, welcome to the chat. Go back up front.
Airline traffic, Star 540 with 14,000. Romeo.
There's Mr. Lonnie checking in. I'm going to turn the cameras on for you guys. You guys can see it actually automatically already activated the approach. Notice it's saying 142. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. We're going to set 200, as that's the speed restriction coming up at the next waypoint there. Alright, passing 6,000, I'm going to do 3,000, open descent, and we're going to put in some spoiler in there as well. And we're about to select flap 1. Alrighty, flap 1. The airplane's going to decelerate to 200 knots, and then it's going to descend and hold 200 knots with pitch. That's the plan. Last caller, final 3-5. What's your range? We're at about a 12-mile final currently.
Well, we're running pretty quick though.
I didn't know what he said. Alright, last call unreadable, but we're accurate with 1768. We're actually about a 17-mile final 3-5, so we'll be out of your way there, hopefully.
Yep, I'm running at 170 knots right now.
Check. Basically, guys, what we're doing is just we're gonna keep descending at this steep of a path. And what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna go vertical speed to 1900. I bring this guy in a bit slower. We're gonna go select flap 2. We're just at the limit for that. just got it there. We're not gonna press the approach button just yet, as I want to capture the oh, we need 200 knots actually here technically, but whatever, it's a visual. I want to capture the loc first and then the glide slope from below personally. So we're gonna keep it on coming down all nice. And we'll do back to open descent. And let's see if I can use super zoom. Runway 35's in sight. Trying to get her slowed down all nice. Let's go ahead and throw our landing lights all on. Nose taxi runway turn off lights on as well. Go back up front. We're just about to pass the glide slope here. We're still 4,000 for 3,000, looking okay. We're going to expect 3,000 just behind the point, so that's going to work out quite well for us as well. Everything's looking pretty good.
Traffic, Terra 1786, located run 35 back off.
IML traffic is Aircaro 1768, 10-mile final 3-5. Alright, we'll go ahead and press the approach button. We'll go ahead and retract our flaps now, or not our flaps, our spoiler, and we will go ahead and arm that. Speed brakes armed. Loc glide slope captured. Alright, we'll put our gear at about 10 or 8 miles or so. Continue slowing on down here. Yeah, we could go press both autopilots. I think that's only really for a Cat 3, but whatever. Autopilot 1, 2 is armed and on. Runway's in sight. Visual calls, visual landing. Alright, we're going to throw gear down. Micah Messer coming in with 5 months of the membership. Appreciate that, my friend. Oh yeah, we do gonna go standard, don't we? Thank you very much for that. Good thing I read the chat. We'll press the B button, and we will get our altimeter set for us. Did you forget to reset your QNH? Yeah, we're visual, guys. I mean, it doesn't really matter. There's going to be no MDA. In real world, if we call minimums, and I've already said visual landing, I'm not going to say landing, because I've already called that at 3,000 feet, so it'll change about 100 feet. Won't make that big of a difference, but thanks for the catch. Now what we're going to do is we're going to press our manage their speed, and we're just going to start nicely slowing on down. You saw I never pressed activate approach. It'll do it for you. We're going to turn this terrain off because I don't need that anymore. And we'll go flaps to full. And this is a little late, but we'll turn the seatbelts on now as well. It should have been done through 10,000. I get too busy talking to you guys. It's okay. We'll give the FAs a call. Hey, is everybody seated? Yeah, everyone's seated. No worries. Okay, cool. Sorry for the late belts. Thanks. Done. Pilots make mistakes too, guys. We're just people. That's why there's 2 of us, and they want to bring it down to 1 of us in the flight deck, and I think that's quite stupid. But anyways, let's do some hand flying of this. We're gonna go autopilot disengaged. Flight director's off. We've briefed a visual. I'll do the visual. I know it's very un-Airbusy to do that, but we're gonna do it. What's the worst that can happen, guys? A missed approach? Oh well, we go missed approach.
1000.
Have fun in your sims, guys. We do this in real world too. If I brief the visual, I'll take the flight directors off. It's a visual approach. You can have them there as a backup if it's kind of between visual and IFR, or if you're maybe newer on the airplane or just not comfortable that day, didn't get enough sleep or whatever. But try to keep your raw data ILS skills in check as well. It is a very beautiful approach, yeah. Lonnie, thank you so much for flying with us as well. Micah, thanks for the 5 months again as well. Guys, go check out Micah Messer's channel. Met him at the Expo as well. I think I met him at the Moza desk, if I'm not mistaken.
500.
Check stable. It's so weird not having my hands on the thrust lever. You're supposed to have it here, technically. You're doing this by SOP. I feel like this is taking me a little low, but we'll follow the glide slope. I don't know if I trust it too much. Got a short traffic, looks like a triple there or something. Already called landing a million years away. Oh, I forgot to start my recorder, guys.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Oh, a little hard. It's a good thing I forgot the recorder then. There we go. And we got the reverse in green. There's 80. 60. Our reverses are stowed. Manual braking. Traffic on 3.5. How far final? See if I can exit at the end here.
We are 6.4 on final.
Check that. We'll be exiting at the end 3.5 at Caro 1768. Bouncy. Yeah. That's an Airbus. It likes to bounce. No, I'm joking. I made that up. I gotta get used to the Airbusy things again. It's a good thing we weren't recording anything. Bring these all the way up. We'll exit at the end. And we're just gonna pick a random gate and call it a night. Actually, I usually just do a replay, so this is the first time I'm actually going to be going to a gate. I usually don't go to gates. Traffic Aircraft 1768 clear, all runways. I don't know what that means, Evan. Good? Oh, good? Maybe good. I was trying to think it's like some sort of slang. These guys not have gates? I guess they just park right outside and offload air. It's kind of cool. Go ahead and start the APU, I guess. It wasn't the pilot's fault, it was the asphalt. Exactly. We'll be like every other flight simmer, and I'll say it was the wind. Even though your job is to combat the wind. But we won't start that. I love how they have an Imperial Armani. That's hilarious. This is the Jetstream Milan scenery, by the way, guys. You guys can pick the scenery up on your contrail, and you can save some money if you pick it up with the discount code down in the description down below. I believe it's AF-8529. Nicely done, CFI. I need to talk to you about my weekend in the Airbus in my sim. Now another killer work week coming up. Have fun with that, my friend. And we'll stop. Oop, YouTube just crashed. We'll stop around there. Gonna go ahead and set the park brake. APU is just coming up online. We'll shut down number 1. Should have turned all these lights off as well. There you go. APU's up. Throw on the bleed. We'll kill number 2. And that's basically about it, guys. It's an Airbus. It does what Airbus does. Lonnie should be coming in here any second. Oh, I think I just caught. I just missed it. There's Lonnie coming on in. Stop making you buy stuff. I'm not trying to, my friend. Oh, you guys didn't see, but I used the I used these engine cutoff switches to shut the engines off. There you go. Sorry, I didn't have the camera in the right spot. See on the vertical stream, anyone chatting? Yeah, everyone's asleep on the vertical stream. Everyone went to bed. There's that 7-8. It's a 7-8 lining up in the background to the back left, and as Lonnie's exiting.
Traffic, number 540, vacated runway 35, taxiing to North International.
Well, I appreciate all you guys stopping by to fly the bus alongside with me. The next stream to do tomorrow, I'm on reserve, so if they don't call me on reserve, or if I'm home the night later, maybe if I go to work and come back, which unlikely, I'll probably be in the hotel. Anyways, if I get to stay home, I will be streaming again the Flight FX Citation X. I'll be using the Moza yoke. I'll probably keep this Airbus throttle set, as I really like it for that plane as well. So we'll be doing some citation stuff tomorrow. I was thinking about going into the Island Airport, in Toronto Island Airport. That'd be a pretty cool approach. We'll watch this 87 depart, and we will end the stream there, guys. Lonnie, appreciate you flying with me. All the channel members, the new members. King, thanks for the donation, a $20 dono by King today. Appreciate that. And awesome. And also to the channel partners as well. All the links are down below. We've gained tons of subscribers. We're at 8,965. We're so close to 9,000. Hopefully by tomorrow or the next day, we will be there. We will be doing a 10,000 subscriber giveaway stream shortly as well, guys. So stay tuned. A lot more flight sim stuff coming, and some real world stuff, as I'm editing a single day pairing day in the life video as well. All right, guys, we'll play the credits. We'll see you next one.